All right, welcome to the T-shirt altering workshop. You've got a couple options. Hopefully you remember to bring a T-shirt. What works best is a darker or a colored T-shirt. Lighter colors, you may not see the alterations as well as with a darker T-shirt. You've got a couple of different options when you're altering this T-shirt and creating your design. You could use masking tape and mask off the areas. I kind of cut my edges so they're nice and clean. You could also cut this thinner, maybe even create some sort of elaborate design using just masking tape alone. Might be very interesting. I also have clear contact paper, or you can use colored contact paper as well. And you can draw directly onto the contact paper. Let's say you had a design you wanted to use. Draw directly on it. You can trace out your design using a marker or a pen, and then cut out your pieces as I've done here. And so then you just peel off the backing and stick it down to where you want it to go. That's your second option. The clear contact paper has a paper side, and and on the paper side is the tacky side, is protecting the tacky side. If you have a letter that is not reversible, be considerate of that. Draw directly onto the slick side versus the paper side so that you don't get a reversed letter. There you go. Now your third option is using freezer paper. Freezer paper is just, as it says, it is paper that people use to wrap stuff up in to go into the freezer. I know a lot of quilters and that use freezer paper for designs, for their patterns. You can, again, also trace your design directly on to the freezer paper and then cut it out. Okay? What's interesting about freezer paper, it has a paper side, and then it has this waxy side that actually can be ironed on. You also can, with freezer paper, cut it to the size of your printer and run it straight through your printer, as I've done with this one. Alright, when you're considering your design, you may decide to cut out your pieces, or you may also decide that you want to go with something more like this, where you have the negative instead of the positive. And maybe you just want this little area to be bleached out and not the other area. So something to consider. I would, though, when you are spraying bleach, it may get outside the areas. So you might want to consider maybe an interesting design around your lettering. Alright, with the freezer paper, you basically just iron it into place. And I'll have irons ready to iron it down. That waxy side basically allows it to stick. Alright, so those are your different areas. Think about your design. You can use all three of those options: masking tape, contact paper, freezer paper. Alright, then comes your next step. You've attached all that you want to attach to your design, and then you're going to go over to the spray station. I would, though, put some sort of cardboard or something behind if you desire. It may soak through to the other side, it may not. It's kind of up to you whether or not you want that effect. And then lay out your T-shirt so that there's no creases, and then you're going to spritz it. I'm going to have a spray bottle with 50% water, 50% bleach. You do need to protect yourself with an apron, roll up your sleeves, rubber gloves, things like that. And just give it a light misting of the spray bleach. It will not take long for you to see the effects. To speed up the process, you can blow dry it dry. We won't be rinsing these out today. You'll just dry them and take them home dry, and you can rinse them off at home. Then you can remove also your sticky tape, sticky contact paper, or your freezer paper. And then voila, there you go. You're all complete with your altered T-shirt. Good luck.